even know what's better.
It's easier to have. It's just easier to control this.
Oh, I'll have to
You gotta turn it up.
Looking close.
Well, let me do it then.
Yeah.
I'm used to it. Yeah, this is fine.
You're used to seeing better?
No, I'm just used to using the phone to see the messages for live. You can do it if you want, but
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I think it's good to switch it up so you don't have to.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It feels a little dark.
It is.
Should we turn the
let's try
turn the light up a bit? That's it. That's as high as it. Ooh.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Okay, so I think the lack of my phone light is a bit of an issue here.
Yeah, and maybe we need to change the batteries in that one.
It's possible, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, bear with us a sec, guys. We are going to be talking a little bit today about basically what we're going to be doing, because we've got a certain amount of plans solidified for the next 6 weeks or so, about like what movies we're doing and how often we're going to be doing them and that kind of thing. We want to go a little bit harder to get our channel started. And then
moving.
Yeah, to get our channel moving. I mean, we just started. I don't even know if we have 10 videos, like 10 movies on our channel right now, do we?
I don't think
so.
Maybe like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, considering like Perfect Match is still in the top 10 or whatever of our recent videos.
Yeah, we definitely don't. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, copyright has been an issue.
Yeah.
So what was I doing? I was plugging this in. Sorry, I get distracted by talking.
Yeah, you should definitely do that.
I know, one thing at a time. Yeah. Hang on. What if I turn all this down and then... sorry guys, I know I'm like right in your way, but okay, that's the light that we're missing. Yeah,
it's better. Yeah, but this is definitely not full strength. What are you looking for?
You get the extra power block, maybe.
Yeah,
that's probably the good idea. I know we should be more set up. We are always trying to figure out how to do stuff. Right now, by the way, we're actually streaming from the laptop again, largely just because we haven't been able to figure out how to keep the live chat when we stream from the phone, which is a bummer. Yeah, okay. Thanks for being here, the few of you guys that are. Hey, Shay, how you doing? Yeah, Buffy the Vampire. Oh, thanks for enjoying our Buffy stuff, Lance. We appreciate that. It's definitely a bit of a passion project for us. We love doing that one. So ex-boyfriend at church, huh, Shay? Not awkward. That's cool. Celebrating my mom's birthday. That's cool. Won't be able to watch this, but have a wonderful day. Oh, okay. So I guess we're gonna maybe talk to you later.
Well, have a good day.
Indeed. Kelly, how you doing? Good to see you again. Nandini also won't be able to stay long, but that's fair enough.
Yeah,
we will try to get through like the relatively important information at least somewhat early here, so that anyone watching this after the fact can kind of just get the info. And then we'll also do a little bit of back and forth with you guys.
Sure. Yeah.
Ofs, so not sticking around. Rebecca's also not sticking around. That also makes sense, though. I mean, I don't know what's kind of late for anyone in Europe.
Oh, yes, for sure. Yeah.
At Walmart, we'll join. Okay. Mars H. Fair enough. Doing some shopping, I guess. Yeah, I know. So last time everyone's busy today.
Yeah.
Everyone is busy today. That's okay. I mean, look. What?
You're just moving around so much.
Yeah.
Are you trying to get comfortable?
I'm adjusting. That's fine. I'm not like uncomfortable. I'm just getting more comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of which, how well can you guys hear us? Because we're streaming for the laptop, I'm just not really clear right now. We're not using microphones. I am used to speaking a certain amount of loudness, but just let us know. And yeah, we are doing well. Thank you, Nandini. I hope you are too. Wherever you are. Happy Monday. Happy Monday indeed.
Yeah.
Hey, Amanda. Thanks for joining both our premiere and stream. Appreciate it, of course. Finished my last assignment at 1 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Oh, damn, Kelly.
So, yeah, wow, it's pretty late.
Yeah. Wait, hang on.
You mean like...
Oh, like last night.
Last
Stayed up
night.
late, to
Right.
get it done.
Okay. Okay. Well, still not amazing, but what's done, it's done.
Yeah, I hope you did good on the assignment.
Yeah.
Kelly says she hears us fine, so that's solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Visual a little blurry. Yeah, I mean that makes
I
sense.
know,
It is the
yeah.
laptop camera.
It's
for
the
sure.
webcam,
Yeah.
It's just gonna be this one time though.
What do you mean one time?
Oh well, okay. I don't know. We're still gonna try and fix things and improve things. We're just.
You mean with software?
Yeah, overall.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Software, microphones, all that kind of stuff. And like I sort of understand some of it, obviously not fully. Hasn't gone super well the past few times I've tried, but we'll keep trying. But no. We're kind of just doing this roughly right now because we just want to do the sort of tell you about what's going on. I know only so many people are going to see the stream and all that kind of stuff. Maybe we should make a separate video as well. I don't know. I don't know if it's necessary.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's basically just, hey guys, we're going to post a lot for a little while, and these are the videos. Sounds good. Have you guys eaten breakfast yet? Yeah, more or less.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we both had small, quick breakfast.
Yes,
but still,
for sure. Yeah.
Audio is okay, but yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you, Nadine. Yeah, and again, it's not your connection. It's kind of, we need to be better.
Still up to camera, yeah. But I mean, phone camera is not really that much better, so we're figuring out other ways. Yeah.
Sale says, greetings from Finland. Oh, cool. Watched Movie Buds for a while. I moved on to your current channel. You all have brought a lot of joy on with my life, so thank you for that. Hey, I appreciate you. Thanks for sticking with me. That's good.
Hi, Christina.
Oh, hi, Christina.
Yeah.
How you doing? It's nice to see you. Okay. Looks like we're in. Everyone's here and all that jazz. I mean, maybe some more people turn up later, but that's okay. Yeah. In order to sort of get our channel a little bit more off the ground, we're going to be posting a lot more often for a very short amount of time.
Okay, well, maybe not very. Yeah.
No, yeah. Okay, about 6 weeks. Basically, the deal is one of our primary editors recently made a bit of a, technique improvement. So she's actually able to edit videos a little bit faster, or actually a lot faster, apparently.
Yeah.
Which is great news for us because it gives us the opportunity right now to potentially do a lot of movies for a short amount of time to try and make sure that our channel gets off the ground well. So for about 6 weeks, we're going to be doing hopefully 2 movies a week.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Assuming, copyright's going to be okay to us, and we might have to avoid Warner Bros. For a little while because they've been giving us some troubles lately. Yeah. Surprisingly. I mean, I haven't had troubles with Warner Bros. Up until now, but it's kind of not surprising given all of the news about what's happening with Warner Brothers.
Firing and everything.
Yeah. So yeah, not a lot of Warner Brothers, but we have, I don't know, like 12 to 14 or so movies lined up that we want to do. Obviously, we may not necessarily be able to do absolutely all of those in that time.
For sure. Yeah.
But
we gotta plan and hope for.
We do as many as we can, and I mean, whatever bumps in the road, that is what it is. But we plan to do at least 2 a week for about 6 weeks. And after that 6 weeks period, our editor is going overseas for I think a week or two.
2 weeks.
Was 2 weeks?
2 weeks. Yeah.
2 weeks. We'll try to be prepared enough that we have at least a video or 2 in that time period. But basically, like 6 weeks of going relatively hard, quick break, and then sort of reevaluate where we are. How difficult it was to get through that 6 weeks. Essentially, we'll be filming for like 3 videos a week because we've got the one Buffy episode plus 2 movies. Now we do already have like 3 movies filmed ahead.
Yes.
We also do have to film our Patreon exclusive next, which isn't included in our YouTube schedule.
Yeah.
But that's going to be Clue, so that'll be up on the Patreon soon.
Yeah.
Obviously, and then. We obviously have to think of that one extra Patreon exclusive in that month period.
For sure.
Because obviously, for the last 2 weeks of that 6 weeks period, then like we'll have like a couple of weeks a little bit easier to do the next Patreon exclusive lineup.
Yeah. For you mean for April?
Exactly.
Yeah. Just like now and for March, it's gonna be a bit harder. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Christina's doing the death great. Last weekend, F1, and I'm so ready for the first race of 2024. I love that you're so dedicated.
Yes,
I can't say I understand it, but we've had this conversation.
No, but it's like, anything somebody's into.
I love passion.
It feels good. Yeah. To experience
Be
that.
passionate about whatever you're into.
Yeah.
You're in regular touch with Steph. Are they doing okay? I wouldn't say regular.
Yeah.
Like yes and no. The answer is kind of always yes and no. They are and aren't doing okay. Do you know what I mean? Like, they have days that are great, and then they have days that are less good. And I mean, they're just trying to deal with things and do better. And I mean, I think that Steph has made a decent amount of progress over the last few years, but
there's still a way to go.
Yeah, there's still some stuff they have to deal with. So
yeah.
Right on time, Jordan. Yeah, more or less. Yeah, a few minutes in, that's all that matters.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Celeste, I haven't eaten McDonald's in a month, probably. So fair enough. Had a big, just really into McDonald's. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Our McDonald's isn't close enough for us to go there.
And like delivery is just not as good. It's not the same. It doesn't
but also you got to spend the money on delivery, which well, McDonald's is the one place where it's like actually it's okay, kind of okay on the budget, but
it is okay. But when I'm saying it's not the same, it's
no, it's not as good. The food's not as good. I know. It's
sure.
It doesn't keep the heat as well.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to stick off McDonald's for a while, then cool.
Yeah,
that's great.
Fair.
Good for you. Ow. Oh, my finger. What the fuck is wrong with my finger?
Were you trying to sit on it?
No. Nothing. I wasn't doing anything.
Just there. It was just there.
It was just there.
Yeah.
And it just hurt. And I was like, whoa, why?
Oh.
Okay. And it's not even the dislocated one. It's the other. It's the mirror. It's its doppelganger. Yeah. Oh, Nandy, no, don't worry. Steph is fine with either he or they.
Yeah.
No big deals there. I've been going with they a little bit more often because I guess it just wasn't maybe clear to a lot of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Steph is fine either way. He just doesn't like being called like sir and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which I don't know.
Yeah,
that's their thing.
Guess fair.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. Jackie, when the song Renegade by Styx, what's your thing? I know like 3 Styx songs, including Sail Away and Mr. Roboto.
I know
Mr.
Roboto
actually
but I don't
like the
know
name of the song, or
ones.
is that just like the famous line in the song? I feel like it's just the famous line. I could be wrong. Weird song.
Yeah.
But that's Styx, right? Jackie, confirm that's Styx I'm talking about. I know the guitar player better. Wait, bass player? Fuck, who joined Damn Yankees after? Whatever.
Yeah.
It's irrelevant. Point is, we have these movies. Okay, so let's talk about the movies that we're gonna do. Because we said we're gonna do that. We already laid out the idea that we're gonna post as much as possible for a little while, and then sort of see where we're at.
Yeah.
So, movies that we have sort of ready to go or whatever. The Marvels is next. We've already filmed and done, a solid portion of the editing. I've got the uncut up on Patreon, so that should be up on YouTube in a couple of days. And then The Craft.
The Craft. Yeah. After that.
That's next.
Yes.
So Marvels and The Craft.
Yeah.
Those ones are definite because we're already filmed and are working on those.
Yeah. Wish.
Yeah, Wish.
Yeah.
Exactly. So those are the ones that are filmed.
Immediate ones.
Immediate filmed. I still have to finish setting up Wish.
Yeah.
But that should be ready for next week, hopefully. Then
we do want to film Trolls next, right?
Yeah. It'll be fun to do a music movie, and we've discovered that there are some DreamWorks movies that we might be able to do. So we're going to test the waters with Trolls. I mean, we both love Anna Kendrick. I like that they got a few singers for a singing movie.
Yeah,
Kendrick,
sense.
Timberlake, Gwen Stefani's apparently in it.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
I think so. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. Trolls. Yeah. And then in no particular order after that, because we're just going to kind of film a bunch of stuff and then
we'll see exactly which one's going to be after.
Yeah, I can't say exact order after that, but somewhere in there we have Cheaper by the Dozen 2. Obviously, we want to finish that franchise. Well, those two with the Steve Martin.
I mean, no, that is a franchise. The new one is a separate thing, and the old one is also a separate thing.
They're separate movies, but they're all part of the same franchise. Cheaper by the Dozen.
I don't know if it counts as the same franchise if they just both adaptations of a book.
Like, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because they're just different adaptations.
Yeah, they're like different productions and everything. Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, Cheaper by the Dozen 2. Just My Luck. Well, you guys know the Chris Pine and Lindsay Lohan's. She's got low hands. Movie from it's 2006 or something.
Yes.
Yeah. Twitches with the Maori twins. Beauty and the Beast 2017 is actually maybe on that one. I've kind of just had that for a while.
Yeah.
Haven't done it. It's still a possibility. I mean, you know what? It's longer, so maybe not.
Yeah, not anytime soon. Maybe.
We might hold off on Beauty and the Beast. 2 weeks' notice is a strong possibility. Romeo and Juliet, I think, is a definite. Yeah.
Well, I mean, not in the next 12 weeks.
Why not?
Is it?
Why not? Is it not? Is it not?
Yeah, I guess I wasn't thinking about it, but it is something that we already have. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got it there and ready. Yeah. It's a good movie. It's a long time since I saw it.
Yeah,
I think I started actually in school.
Yeah, definitely not. You've seen some interesting movies in school.
I know. Yeah.
Definitely did not see that at school.
Saw a surprising amount of movies literally in class because maybe the teacher was sick or late
and they weren't thinking about which movie. Well, I guess this one makes sense. At least it's Shakespeare. That's
totally
sort of makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we have so Clue's the Patreon exclusive.
For sure.
There's that. Yeah. Hercules and Hunchback of Notre Dame, the Disney classics from the
which I'm
late 90s.
So looking forward to because I don't know, they just passed me by.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, they're both, but little unheralded, but they're both really good. I mean, I wouldn't say fully, but as far as Disney animated goes, they're a little cult classic-y.
Sure.
Hunchback I saw in cinemas when I was 8. I think.
Yeah, probably.
And then never saw again. After that. I have this vague recollection of being whoa, that was sad.
Never going back that makes sense. Yeah.
So we do have Cruel Intentions in there as well. And then, so Trolls we already told you about.
Well, then there's a couple that we haven't actually downloaded.
Yes, that's true. Anyone But You.
Yeah, we want to do the new rom-com, Anyone But You, but obviously it's going to get available digitally in one day.
It's going to be available, exactly. We're probably going to do that maybe after Trolls.
Yeah, I would say so.
I'm actually kind of excited to see that, partly because it's a rom-com set in Sydney.
Yeah. We'll see what we film next, because Trolls and Anyone But You, they're both new movies.
They are both newer movies. We'll see how that kind of goes. But
they should be next-ish.
Yeah, we got to do some new stuff.
For sure.
Yeah. Anyone But You, and then Ruby Gilman. We wanted to do Teenage Kraken. Remember we talked about it?
Yeah, I remember that we talked about it. Don't remember it being a part of our 12, 13 movies.
Why? What do you mean?
I remember that we wanted to watch it, but
it looked like it was great based on the description we read, which we never read before.
Yeah, I thought it was more of an unknown movie.
No. Okay, well, it was early, but apparently it's been doing well on Netflix.
Oh, right. Yeah, I do remember that.
We liked the look of.
Yes, definitely.
That we haven't seen or know much about.
Yeah.
It's going to be relatively short. Should be relatively popular. It's new.
Yeah. Right, it is new.
Yeah, the one thing we read where they were talking about the influences of it, we're like, oh, those are cool influences.
Yes, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know when it came out. Last year?
Yeah. Well, either way, yeah.
Something like that. But Ruby Gilman. That should be fun. Is that everything? That's pretty much that. Those are the main things that we're sure of. There's a possibility we might do one of the Teen Beach movies in there. Obviously, we have to hold off on the Harry Potters because Warner Bros. Has been such a pain to deal with lately. Okay.
Ice Age 2.
Oh, Ice Age 2. We'll probably do that somewhere in there as well. Yeah, totally. So, yeah, that's basically what we're going to be trying to accomplish over the next 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Hopefully that will do well.
For sure. Yeah.
I think we're pretty excited for a few of those choices.
Yeah. Honestly, even more than a few for sure.
I forgot Madam Web. We want to take a look at Madam Web.
Yeah.
Okay,
well,
I don't know if it's
definitely are excited to watch it.
We're excited to watch it.
Yeah. I don't know how it fits into. Oh wait, but it just came out. It might not even be out by our 6 weeks period.
It should be out in a month.
There's no date yet
of
digital release.
Yeah. It might just be after. Okay, but it's in the mix.
I mean, it is definitely somewhere because it's something that we've been very excited for, despite all the mishaps that happened on press tour and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they wanted to make a more suspense thriller type of superhero movie, and I was like, how are people not excited?
Yeah, the Premonitions one. Come on.
It's like they're trying to do something different and interesting. Okay.
You put it really well with True Calling, Ghost Whisperer, and a little bit of Charmed in there.
It's that kind of vibe. At least to me, I thought that's what they were trying to do.
I know, and the timing makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's not what most superhero movies are based on or aimed at.
Have been so far.
But that's what makes it interesting.
I know. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Anyway.
I think that's where we are with
Kelly.
Yeah.
The Craft. Yeah.
No, not the Craft. What do you mean? After Styx, that's where we left off.
Yeah. And Jackie's talking about Styx. Wait, where are we?
Yeah, well,
damn it.
I think you're further away.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Here you go. Yeah, I actually wasn't talking about the taste itself because McDonald's, it can vary in taste depending on the ingredients, right? But some things taste very much the same. It's more about that it takes time to get here, and drivers can be sloppy, and also it can be made differently. Better places.
Fries.
Yes, fries never last. It depends on how well it was put together. And for some reason, when it's delivered, it's always fucking worse put together. I mean,
the burgers are falling apart. Really the chips are all over the bag.
Takes it away from it. Yeah.
Thank you for being here, Cheyenne. Just managed to make it. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Cheeseburgers, well, I got fair enough. Love the Craft. Yeah, it's a fun movie. It's smart.
And actually, it's a more intelligent movie than I remembered.
Yeah, I mean, I hadn't seen it since sometime on TV when I was a teenager, but
I probably earlier than that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's been 20 years for me. I don't know. It was, but I was surprised at a bunch of the things that are oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I'm glad you're doing this way, and this is the idea that you're exploring here.
Yeah, I thought they actually did a pretty good job of selling the point they were trying to make.
Yeah.
Although it does not seem like
people
everyone understood it.
Yeah, for sure, but that happens,
Yeah. A lot of interesting opinions on that one.
Yeah.
And Mr. Roboto has to come sail away our Styx. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Well, you'll have to play it for me because I know the name of the band and I feel like I've heard at least one song or a couple of songs, but I can't.
You might know one of their other songs.
It's possible.
They had a few songs that were pretty big radio hits, and then they got weird, and everyone was like, "What?"
Well, it's possible that I know those radio hits. Yeah, but we'll see.
They're basically an opposite Genesis.
Oh.
Genesis started weird and then got normal.
Right. Okay. That's a good description. I get it.
Although I guess Styx just kind of had mainstream stuff, but the main guy Dennis something, he was always a bit of a weirdo.
Okay.
Not in a bad way, just
I mean, I'm weird, so yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Yes, you did wish. I love that. Yeah, we loved that movie a lot, actually.
Oh yeah, and Christina, I'm glad you're here because you are part of the reason we sort of thought, we could do that, because we were hoping it was going to be a good movie, and you said you loved it so much. We're like, okay, that's good. Feel a bit more confident now.
Yeah.
And we really liked it.
Yeah.
We watched it and we're like, why is everyone complaining about this?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Story, music, everything. Nothing was even
done.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And I like the art. I feel like they were trying to not be too over the top. They weren't trying to show how cool they were with new animation. They were just showing it the way they felt like it should be shown. At least
I didn't feel like anything was out of place.
I think it looked good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Twitches.
Yeah.
I know about this movie.
Yeah, same. Like I know about it, and that's it.
Yeah, part of the reason this is on here is because my sister requested quite enthusiastically, and
Yeah.
there will be a bunch of movies that we'll end up doing just because my sister wanted us to. We have decided eventually we're probably going to do
Barbie
a
movies.
few of the animated Barbie movies
Yeah.
at my sister's request.
Yeah.
So
That's gonna happen.
thank her.
So tell us
you're
if
into those at
anybody
some
else,
point.
is looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twitches, yeah. Just My Luck, great movie. All the only Lindsay Lohan movies are just so fun. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know about Just My Luck. I've seen some of the other ones. Like I saw Life Size. Filling up on
Yeah.
TV in a motel when I was on tour one time.
Oh my
I told you about that,
god!
didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
did. Yeah.
I was
It
like,
is so fun.
What are we doing today? I think people were like half asleep and turned on the TV, and it was like halfway through that movie, and I was like, I guess I'm watching this.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
All these sound like they would be fun videos. Well, that is the idea. We really
Hopefully.
want to just,
That's the idea.
watch it, enjoy it with you.
Yeah, I mean, we really want to just aim to do movies that we think we'll enjoy and have fun with.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, obviously we generally have some criticisms, but most of these movies look great and I'm excited for. So
For sure. Yeah.
Where were we? Cheyenne says, I love your Little Mermaid 2 video. It was a lot of fun. That's great. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We knew that it wasn't going to be like a super wide-spreading video. It wasn't going to get a ton of views, but it was her favorite Little Mermaid growing up.
Yeah. Or on the Little Mermaid for a
Little
while.
Mermaid
Yeah, I don't know.
up.
It was just the only available like tape at the store maybe. Well, I don't know that for a fact, but yes, when like my parents bought it for me, I probably was the only Little Mermaid there, and for a while didn't even know there was a. Well, like I knew there was a first one, obviously, but yeah.
But yeah, we enjoyed that, so that's good.
Yeah.
Shell
definitely are familiar, but
gosh,
I don't know if it will make for a fun reaction. Like I've seen that movie a couple times.
I have seen it too. I remember feeling weird about it at the time.
Yeah, and like same.
And it's not. I mean, I guess it is around all the fat jokes, but even just around like.
No, you know what? Relationships and
the
love,
the way it all the people. I remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I felt weird about beyond like. But yeah, I don't remember having a lot of fun with that movie.
Yeah. Love him.
Yeah, can't say I love that one. Sorry.
Yeah, we do want to do School of Rock at some point.
Oh, totally. Definitely. Yeah. Danny DeVito is iconic in Hercules.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yes, he's one of the main voice cast.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It says hello. Hercules and the Hunchback of Notre Dame just gets better. I haven't watched them in ages. Yeah, good. I'm glad you're excited.
And I haven't at all, so I'm also very excited.
Yeah. And I definitely have seen Hercules. I enjoyed it. Covered the song
Go the Distance
briefly.
Yes. Yeah. That's another reason I'm excited for. Both of them, but Hercules especially.
Because you know that song.
Yeah, because I know the song.
Me,
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a short version of that song on my Instagram with clips from the movie. If you're gonna do Romeo and Juliet, just do You Two Can what? I'm gonna do Romeo and Juliet doing you can watch Romeo and Juliet Zephyr. What do you?
Yeah.
Kelly, what?
Not getting it.
No
if you
idea.
can, explain. Would be much appreciated.
Yeah, if you need clarification though, it's the Baz Luhrmann one, Romeo and Juliet from 1996.
Yeah.
I mean, I spent my entire Friday binging the sixth season of Drive to Survive. Fair enough, Christina.
For sure. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Ghost Whisperer, what a great show. Totally forgot about that. Yeah,
I know,
exactly.
right?
Totally.
It should be something we watch at some point.
Yeah.
Have you seen like some of it or none of it?
I saw like the
couple episodes.
Maybe first half of season 1. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't really remember what was
good,
going on
but
at
it
the time.
definitely gets better.
Yeah.
Because there's also more like serialization there as well.
Totally. Sure.
Yeah.
She seemed okay, but I work out to help with medical measures. Yeah, just checking. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay. Second shallow, how to be on the list for reaction. Interesting. Huh. I mean, again, if enough people want to see it, I don't necessarily mind. But It's been like 20 years
Yeah.
since I saw it, or roughly whenever it came out.
Yeah, I would say maybe like a little bit less than that, but it's possible that the first time I saw it would be like that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do it. Just like having movies with Mark Willis and coming out during one of the streams. Well, okay, we talked about.
During one of the... Oh,
We talked about the possibility of doing Just Like
Yeah.
Heaven at some point.
oh
but
no, yeah, for sure.
Exactly when, I can't say.
Yeah.
And as you can see with the list of movies we have, it's like
Yeah,
we have, honestly, we have a list. The list of movies we have, we're not even going to be able to do all of those
in this time
current
frame that we actually want. Like we
6
planned
weeks.
for it,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, and I
We
mean,
already have way more movies than that.
realistically, in like 6 weeks' time, we have to have the Sam Maria channel be more functional,
Yeah,
financially speaking. So we'll see where we're at
Yeah.
after we get through at least most of those movies we listed, and assuming things are going well enough, then I mean, maybe Just Like Heaven's in that list. I really don't know, but
yeah, I'm sure you will enjoy it.
Yeah. Like anything outside of the movies that we just listed, we've got a lot to do, man.
Yeah, for sure.
We got a lot to cover. Soggy fries delivered is absolute worst. It is.
Oh,
it's true.
Yeah.
Lately, I've been binging Drake and Josh. Okay, such a good and funny show from my childhood. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
I missed it.
I also didn't watch it. Like, it would make sense. I remember it being on TV, but I wasn't just into it at that point, I guess.
For sure. I mean, like, I know Josh Peck from other stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
That's about it.
Yeah. I also don't really get why people are so harsh when it comes to Wish.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been some reviews of movies lately where it's like some of them were absolutely what the reviews said, and some of them were not at all. They're like a complete opposite. And I don't know. It's like there's a collective negative feeling about mainstream movies right now. I guess like box office. Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Well, not an old blockbuster, but you know what I mean. Like overall, the bigger types of movies.
Yeah, definitely.
Can't say too much there, but it's just the general impression I'm getting overall these days. Yeah. Even Ada, what's up, dude? How you doing?
Yeah, nice to see you here as well.
I haven't seen Wish yet, but all I've seen for is complaining and finding about the movie on the internet. So since it was in theaters, real interesting. I don't understand. Is it like the best Disney animated princess movie? I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Is it great and enjoyable? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I liked it. I was also very happy to have Alan Tudyk in a starring role this time. Or main role or whatever. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah.
Never seen an animated movie get that much vitriol in such a short amount of time. Yeah, totally.
I think it's just overall movies now.
A lot of movies are getting that. Yeah. And again, like some of them were somewhat justified. Like remember when we saw Ant-Man, the third one, we're like, what? This feels poorly written.
Yeah.
Spent too much time on the effects and everything.
Yeah, and it was like the story wasn't as compelling with what's her name?
More time on the effects and whatever, and
and it was so fucking long, and
I
in
really
that
didn't
case
like
it shouldn't have been.
The actor replacement of Cassie Lang either.
Yeah.
I like the actor, just not.
Yeah,
I don't
for
really
sure.
like the original being replaced.
Yeah.
So
she's fucking more famous.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, like, totally agree with that. And then, like we've just been saying, we watched Wish, we filmed a video for it, and it's going to be pretty positive.
Yeah.
Or at least what I think is positive, because we enjoyed it.
Yeah, for sure.
The amount of times people tell me that I wasn't.
Yeah. I'm gonna be back in a minute.
Are you gonna check the laundry?
Yep.
Fair enough. She's checking the laundry. I think unplug power from laptop. We're all good there. And Christina, okay, did you ever explain the sister thing, Sam? Okay, it's okay if you don't want to, but you've mentioned other times you raised as another child, you had other sons, so your sister from your mom's family. Yeah. Okay, so it's kind of complicated. So this is funny. I have 2 brothers and 1 sister, and none of us were raised together. Now, for my two brothers, it's for really simple reasons. We're half brothers. You know what I mean? One brother's from my mom, and he was adopted at birth, so I didn't meet him till I was like 16 or so. One brother's on my dad's side. Didn't meet him until I was about 10, but he was raised initially in Thailand, and then he came over about 15, 16 to live with my dad. And then so my sister is more surrogate, I guess. Basically, we're not blood related, but if I explain her in any other way, people just don't get it. Like the amount of times people have tried to sort of ask if we're in a relationship or whatever, and it's like, no. And if I just say sister, everyone gets it immediately. That's the relationship we have. We lived together for about 7 years for specific reasons I can't get into. But she needed someone to be around, I suppose, is all I can really say there, for a long time. And so I was there. But yeah, no, she is, my sister in any other way. We see her quite often these days.
Yeah.
Several times a week. She comes over all the time to hang out. Sometimes she just if she's like working from home, she'll come here and we just all work together. Yeah. Technically separately, but together.
Yeah. Separately together.
Yeah. I don't get into it too much because the more I say, the more risk there is. Not for me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And again, it's not necessarily that I don't want to get into it. I kind of can't, But yeah, that's about as good as I can explain that, I suppose. Mm-hmm. Missing each other in years. Could be that I misremember stuff. Might need to revisit it. I don't know, Nandini. I mean, like maybe it actually is really good. Maybe it's like quite progressive for the time or whatever. But I remember feeling weird about certain jokes and certain things in it at the time.
Yeah.
And like I felt weird at it like when I was like 20, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to think of it now. However, again, I don't know, it might be good. I was thinking about Elemental got so much harsh criticism. Love that movie so much. Plus, the sun's still the show, and the end credits is beautiful. Yeah, we saw Elemental a while back. I don't know.
Well, yeah, close to when it came out. Yeah.
I don't remember getting a ton of harsh criticism, but it definitely got some. Yeah, I don't know. I think part of the problem is that the harshest criticism, or the angriest or the most upset voices, are usually the loudest. Quite often, when people enjoy things, they don't really tell anyone or really do anything about it besides just enjoying the thing, which definitely skews perspective, I think.
Yeah.
You got to keep watching Ghost Whisperers. So many awesome comedy, so many good twists, and great show. Fair enough, Jordan.
Well, yeah, it'll have to be rewatching because
it's definitely a rewatch.
Not keep watching.
Yeah,
we've seen it
So I saw it literally on TV when it was being released. So
so almost 20 years, because I think it was in 2005 the first season came out, maybe 4. So it might have actually been 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry, I meant the version of Romeo and Juliet of 1968 for the channel. Just watch for yourself.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure I've seen that.
Definitely not for the channel.
Yeah, definitely, obviously.
And I have seen it as well.
Oh, there you go. So we've both seen it. Yeah. Don't mind me, just nosy. Don't worry about it. Right. That's fine.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I've got some good data at the Board Game Expo. Nice. Okay. Want to make the change to my game before sending it out? Okay, fair enough.
That's totally fair.
You should get your copy by mid-March. Don't apologize, Daniel. I love that you're invested enough to be wanting to make small adjustments based on feedback and data.
Yeah, that's very important.
Super important. One of the biggest things, one of the biggest places where people fail in creative endeavors is that they're not capable of taking criticism. You also do have to be able to distinguish the difference between useful criticism and people being subjective and not knowing that. There will be a decent amount of people who will swear up and down that your thing is objectively terrible, but they don't actually know how to describe that. So ignore those people. You know, but yeah, if you could take helpful, constructive criticism on board and adjust, that's a sign that you could have some success. You know.
Yeah.
Was Sabrina the Teenage Witch part of your childhoods? Yes, it was.
Oh yeah, of course.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
TV series linked by K.S. Salem. Saber was iconic and others.
Yeah, I definitely can't relate because obviously I watched it in, dubbed version. So.
Dubbed, yeah, totally. Yeah. But yeah, no, I definitely watched that like on TV.
Yeah.
When it was on TV, it was great.
Well. Yeah.
I might have been watching reruns. I don't know.
No, I mean you could have watched it on TV. Like I watched it on TV, but definitely on reruns. Yeah.
But when was it originally released?
96.
Like 90? Oh yeah, I totally watched that on TV.
Yeah.
It would have been like an after school. Nope. Somewhere after that. I think they added around like 6 or 7 in the evening. So there's like similar time slot to The Simpsons.
Oh really?
Yeah, for a while.
Oh no, for me it was definitely like midday. Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah. Sabrina, it's such a light show.
Fair enough.
Well, sure with some.
I mean, light, but it was popular. At least, yeah.
Well, yeah, but when I say midday, it doesn't mean that it wasn't popular. It just depends on like the mood. Like Simpsons were a very much night release.
Yeah, that's not how things are released here. No one thinks of night or day mood. It's just what's popular. It goes at prime time.
Yeah, but Simpsons are like a more mature show. That's why it was at night. That's what I mean.
No, it was at 6 or 7 because it was the time slot that most.
For me.
But I'm telling you that's the difference here.
Yeah,
it's nothing to do with like day or nighttime type of show. It's just whatever the most popular thing is happens at like 6 or 7.
Sure. Yeah.
Where are we? Jordan? Oh, here we go.
Yes.
Oh, I'd love to know you guys' favorite candy or dessert. I've had a sweet tooth lately and I need some recommendations. Okay, I eat mostly bakery food.
I don't like candy. I don't really like sugar, but I do like chocolate. I do like fruit-based desserts as well, like tarts and stuff. We're both the same on that front. Yeah, and I've been, I guess, discovering more of the fruity desserts. I used to like mostly like cherries and raspberries, but now I like pretty much any kind of fruit on anything baked. You know? Yeah. And pastry specifically, I like pastry as well.
Yeah, pain au chocolat.
Yeah, definitely.
Just chocolate croissant.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much any kind of Danish muffin, cake, whatever.
Yeah.
I eat bakery food pretty much every day. Like most days, I'll at least have like a cookie or a muffin or something.
Yeah.
I cannot help myself.
Yeah.
Where are we? I guess you're right, but I think the criticism got harsher in the past years. I think of movies like Rush, they got amazing criticism. I thought it was decent, but not outstanding. Yeah, I hear what your point.
What's Rush?
Yeah, I can't say for what Rush is specifically, and I can't say about how good it was or the criticism. I think it's a racing movie.
It's possible.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a certain amount of criticism of the last few years, 5 years or so, has gotten a little bit harsher.
Yeah.
And to a degree, like I think a lot of people sort of lumped the movie buds in with that sort of criticism, which is a bummer because I didn't feel like we were quite so hard. Well, quite so
hard.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just pointing out every little thing I see, and I see a lot of little things.
Yeah.
You know, and just because something might be like stupid or whatever doesn't mean it's bad.
Yeah.
Something can be stupid and good at the same time. In fact, a lot of my favorite things are very stupid. Seeing reviews for movies on Letterboxd is definitely interesting in how wide range the views can be. Since I've started using it to keep track of movies I'm watching for the first time. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, like, there's so many things that I wanted to watch in recent years that got terrible reviews, and then when I saw it, I was like, "Dude, this is great. What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
Like a lot of the things that I did love that got terrible reviews that I thought were great were kind of like multi-genre type things, though.
Yeah.
And I hear actually similar sort of criticisms about a certain amount of things where people are talking about like, this feel, you know, there are several different tones to this movie. I'm like, yeah, that's what's good about it. You know, the only time I would say I kind of ended up agreeing with that was Blue Beetle. definitely
Yeah, that
tried
was
to be
just
two different movies. That was
that's
just a
not
real
different
bummer.
tones.
I
Yeah,
actually
it's
kind of
fucking two
liked
movies.
the two different things they were trying to do. They just should have
Yeah.
been not both done.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
I saw the version when I was a freshman in high school for English class, and now I have the DVD. Yeah, I enjoyed that movie. I don't why I
Don't know
think
why I think
I
it
don't
was
why
like
I
a
think
Disney film.
Asian. Oh, I mean, I don't know. That's you're curious for sure. I think of so many little things about like movie production when I like something. Yeah.
I know you're up to your next in films to react to on the channel. If you do similar videos or go back to being more of a variety channel, could you do a cooking video together? I hate you, Crystal. Look at it this way: there are a bunch of different things like cooking,
Yeah.
basketball, skateboarding, music for me, obviously,
Yeah,
as last few
yeah,
things,
yeah.
like writing, essay tapes.
Yeah.
So there are so many different things that we want to do, but the reality of the situation, of course, is like it's not just how busy we are; it's also just like you need to have a certain amount of stable foundation to do all of the creative risk type things you want to do.
Yeah.
And it's like when we decided to do Buffy, we knew it wasn't going to be a big
Yeah,
channel, but it
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
supposed to be. We weren't expecting to we weren't expecting to need it to make more money than her last job
Yes.
at the time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
So that was
obviously,
fine.
with recent changes,
Yeah.
we've had to reconsider that, and we're holding on to Buffy because we know that if we stop doing it, it's almost
We won't be
impossible to
able
come back to.
Yeah,
We do not want to do that. We want
Yeah.
to finish the series, even if it
Absolutely.
is technically costing us money.
It's definitely costing us money.
Yeah, right
But
now.
with the movie channel, obviously it's a different story. Like it has to be our living.
Yeah.
We should be making the money to be able to like make more content and live overall.
Like to be clear, guys, that the 6 weeks plan of doing like 2 movies a week requires us both to work all day every day.
And we already work like every day.
Just
we
not
are sort
all
of
day right
balancing.
now.
We're definitely balancing better in the last couple of months. But we don't actually have like 2 days off like normally, not necessarily on the weekend, but in other jobs people still have days off. We don't really do that now.
Yeah. And I mean, that's just one of the reasons why we need to do this 6 weeks plan of like this is like 2 movies a week is we need to try to make sure that our channel is going to be viable in like 6 weeks to like 2 months. If the channel isn't making enough money in a couple of months, like
we'll have to rethink.
We will have to rethink.
Yeah.
And I really don't know what that's going to be because it's like I really, really do not want to go back to retail or hospitality or any kind of customer service or construction. I swear to God. Look, to be fair, there are certain things about them that are easier than this, but very little about those jobs is more enjoyable.
Oh yeah. It's definitely not something we would like to go to. And if and hopefully when everything is going well, it still doesn't mean that we will be able to do all of these things that we want to do. Just simply because even like if we're doing great, we pay our editors, we pay ourselves, we're filming, we're editing, we're enjoying our days, we're doing other things, we have days off, we can fucking take a week off overall. Like it's all great, but there's still only so much we could do at a time, the projects. So we would still like pick and choose to a degree what we do.
Yeah. I mean, like it's like I said somewhat earlier, the only real reason we're even able to enact this plan of trying to do like 2 movies a week for like 6 weeks is just because our editor made a big technical leap. There was a while there where Redacted, sorry, I can't say actual name. It's just kind of a shy person, we're more or less on par with how quickly we're able to edit primary cuts of videos, but she has surpassed me pretty hard in the last few months, which is great, because I can't do that much primary cutting of videos anyway. Primary cut, by the way, is the first draft. It's just all the things you need to get rid of to make the video work. Then we're going to go through and start cleaning it up, and
Yeah.
if we want to edit or add anything extra, then that's
For
going to
sure.
go in like a third draft
Yeah.
or whatever.
But yeah, if we're both doing all the primary cuts for videos, we would be releasing even less.
Yeah, like think about it like this: if we didn't have our two editors, one Fatima, who's less anxious about being known, I guess, is like she's part time.
Yeah.
She works 1 day a week. She's helping us on Buffy right now with like a third of the episode, and then focusing most of her time on animation, which we fully respect. She wants to be an animator, and we say go for it.
Yeah.
And then our other editor helps us like with everything else.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Where was I going with this?
That if we were doing all the primary cuts, I said we wouldn't be able to do.
Yeah, if we didn't have the girls, like Maria would have her hands full just getting out the one Buffy episode every week. She wouldn't be able to help me with the movies or thumbnails or anything else.
Yeah.
And I would probably only be able to get out one movie every like 2 weeks at this point.
Yeah.
I would do my best to
For
get
sure.
them out more frequently. I can't see myself being physically capable of that.
Yeah. And, we can obviously only sustain ourselves for so long like that.
Yeah,
that it's possible, but development.
Yeah.
Mm.
Still need to Ford vs Ferrari, Christina. I mean, you mean for you? You haven't watched it yet? Because
Yeah.
I would not. Jen, hey Jen.
Yeah.
How you doing?
To see you.
Finally catching live. Yeah, I was just about to watch your Little Mermaid video.
Hope you enjoy it.
Thank you. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, we did.
You guys planning on doing a watch along, maybe on Twitch?
Oh, well, we weren't planning on doing that, as in like watching a movie watch along on Twitch.
Dude, we're going to be working all day, every day for the next like 6 weeks on making video commentaries. We do not have time.
But even aside from that, it's not really something we consider. Yeah.
No, I mean, it could be a thought process somewhere in the future if people really want to see that, but like, dude.
Yeah. Rush, is a movie about the
James Hunt and Niki Lauda and F1.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
Cool.
Yeah.
I do not know.
Yeah.
I noticed that some reactors like JVZ's Galactic Adventure have uploaded reactions to Bridges Terabithia when you got the opportunity to ride the train wave before that. No one else does. It doesn't really work that way, Daniel. Like, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But like, it's not like a trend wave across reaction channels. It's like specific people will do certain amounts on certain videos.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure we might do Bridge of Terabithia, but we have like 14 movies lined up for the next 6 weeks, and we're not going to be able to finish all those. How are we going to fit in another one?
Yeah.
Are
there any Ukrainian foods that you haven't been able to get or make in Sydney? To get? Absolutely. I know that there are places, and there was that one place opening up. I gotta check that out. There was one place, don't remember the name, that was gonna open at least like half a year ago that I totally forgot that I should check out. But overall, I haven't gotten anything here yet. Foods as in restaurants, I haven't really checked. Foods in stores, honestly, I also haven't really gotten into it as much, but I know that now the fruit rolls, juice fruit rolls, like our Ukrainian brand is coming to Australia.
They're definitely different.
Yeah. So I know that it's in Coles now, but we don't really have Coles anywhere close, so I haven't really gotten it yet. But in terms of making, I have made some meals. It's definitely harder to make other ones because like vegetables and fruits don't taste the same, and not all of them have as much taste, so I'm curious how would it turn out, but like I haven't made borscht, for example, yet. But I'm curious how it would turn out, because I have heard a lot about people living in different countries like Canada and US, and they're making the same meal, but it just doesn't taste, Yeah.
I think the issue is that there's a difference between a technically good movie and an entertaining movie.
I don't think that's the issue with the
No.
fucking terrible reviews for so many movies now.
I think the issue is the amount of people who do not understand the difference between subjectivity and objectivity. It's just, I mean, throughout the run of the movie, but you have a ton of people who very much write their opinions like it's a fact, and it's like, I don't think you understand how facts work. You like, people will say, you missed the point. The movie is definitely about this, and it's horrible for, because I don't like it kind of reasons, basically. This character was annoying and so on and so forth, and you're like,
Yeah.
that doesn't make it bad. That just makes it you not like it, which is fine. You can not like it all you want, but that doesn't make something good or bad.
Yeah.
It's just how you feel. Feelings are cool, but they're not facts. I think people have high expectations when going to see things, or just don't know that people can enjoy things that aren't great, amazing. Maybe. I also think to a certain degree over the last 10 to 15 years, we've gotten somewhat spoiled for content because the amount of TV shows and movies being made, a decent amount of them are going to be bad, but because so many things are being made, there's also been a lot of cool new things, and some people trying to think outside the box,
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
Daniel, hated Blue Beetle. I know you did. Perpetuated the Mexican stereotypes. He also made the family so realistic how Mexican family behaves. Like, I can't speak to that. You know what I mean? I am not Mexican. I've not been to Mexico.
Yeah.
One of our editors. I was going to say I don't know any Mexican. I do. I know one Mexican very well.
Yeah.
Did we ask Fatima about Blue Beetle?
I have a feeling that we did and she liked it, but I might be wrong and we didn't. We have to we should actually ask her what she thinks.
I'm very curious because at this point, Daniel, you're the only person who I could look to for how that actually, portrays Mexican people and families.
We can only talk about movies overall and how the story works and everything.
But I can't speak to that personally.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But that might be DC. I've adopted the policy of not focusing movie shows that annoy me or I don't like that much longer than necessary. Wait, what? Hang on. People have high expectations. I don't know if people can enjoy things. I agree. But that might be. That might be because I've adopted the policy of not focusing on movie shows that annoy me. Yeah. I mean, if you're not into something, why bother spending any time on the thing?
For sure. Yeah.
Totally fair.
Kelly, watch Blue Beetle and tell us what you think.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah, Kelly. Oh, my God, yeah. I swear to God, there's going to be a decent amount of people who probably either are or at least part Mexican. I'm oh, yeah, right.
Not thinking. Yeah, for sure.
Totally. Fair point.
Yeah.
The rivalry between Hunter and Nada was one of the fierce ones in F1. I would say it's up there with... I have no idea who these other people are. That does not help. But fair enough. Fierce rivalry. I get it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Ben.
Oh, hey, Ben.
Yeah.
What's up? How you doing? Lucy Ladder Hunt was going down to the wire in the season battalion due to heavy rain. Ladder was the first ever driver retiring from a race willingly.
Oh.
See, I still have very little context for what that means, but
okay. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm just thinking about retiring from. Okay. Yeah.
Hunt won his first on the World Championship this day. Cool.
Sure. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so they're not first generation immigrants or any generation immigrants, Daniel. That might be a misunderstanding. This city is supposed to be a fictional city that is more Latino occupied. They're supposed to have been living there for ever. I don't remember them having moved there.
No,
did they say at any point?
Yeah.
The grandma moved there?
Yeah, the grandma moved.
Well, then Daniel's...
the dad, I think. Yeah.
What's... No, Daniel? You're Daniel.
Yeah.
Blue Beetle is Jaime. Oh my God.
Jaime. Yeah.
Jaime is third generation?
I don't know. What is it considered the first? When the parents move and the kid is born, that's the first generation, yeah?
I guess. Oh, yeah, wait, hang on. So the grandma And it was his dad and his brother.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Didn't the dad and the brother come by themselves? I can't remember. God damn it.
Well, I mean, they have to come like separately and I guess meet up.
Yeah, I can't remember that part of the story.
But I think Jaime is supposed to be first generation.
Oh, well, then there you go. That's another story.
Yeah.
I can't say.
Fair.
I mean, I guess I'm a first generation immigrant then. I mean, I'm not a Mexican one, obviously.
Yeah.
Because my dad came here from Thailand.
Yeah.
And I was obviously born here.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting to think about.
Oh yes, absolutely. Kelly. Yeah, we really were thinking.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean, Kelly. Like the amount of times I'm just like, people are people. I know them.
I know.
They're from somewhere.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then they'll remind me. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I always tries to be like, it's possible. I don't remember, but it's possible. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Kelly, watch it. Tell me what you think.
Mm-hmm.
Seth is here. What's up, Steph?
Hey.
You can feel about the winter break is coming to an end when I'm rambling about it fun.
I
don't know if I could feel that.
Yeah.
But I can tell you do.
Yeah.
Seth is Korean American. I was adopted, so not sure if that's first generation Korean or something. Not sure how it works. Yeah, that's an interesting point.
Well, I think it depends on where you were born. Like, if you were born in America, then totally.
First generation Korean American.
Yeah.
Adopted by just like an American family. Is that the deal there? Yeah, that does beg the question, because I mean, you don't have as much connection to your heritage as maybe someone who's raised in a Korean family.
Yeah.
And I can't say, because my dad actively tried to avoid teaching me Thai heritage and culture.
Yeah.
Like he taught me some history, but that was about it. He wanted me to be an Australian.
Yeah. Mm.
I can't switch. Fair enough. Hey, Jackie. So I was born in Seoul, but was adopted. Everyone here isn't Asian in my family. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I mean, it's very similar to me in a lot of ways. Although I did know my dad and spent a decent amount of time with him, but I definitely didn't grow up with my dad. Can only speak so much there. I would say I've actually probably got more understanding of Thai culture from my brother.
Yeah.
Because he was more interested in showing me the way.
Different generation,
Yeah. Ilyana says, I'm still going to finish the movie, but the family in it reminds me of several people in my crazy Mexican family. It was pretty fun to watch. Okay, well, there you go. Yeah. So we have two opinions from Mexican, or at least somewhat Mexican. Mexican American. Yeah. People. One positive, one negative. All right. Kelly, round it out with a third opinion.
And I'm in Fatima as well.
We got a fourth opinion. That's true.
Yeah.
Again, for me,
just gathering.
Completely knowing nothing about the culture stuff, because obviously, the movie itself, in terms of like Blue Beetle, kind of just it tried to be like the first and third movie of a trilogy in one movie. I feel like, do you know what I mean? Like, there was a lot of moments where it's trying to be fun and like really lighthearted and goofy, and they kind of work. Absolutely. And then there is some moments where it's like really serious, and you're like, dude, no, that doesn't fit. It's way too jarring. And I love stuff that's like multi, genre. We've talked about this. I love things with tone shifts.
Yeah, they don't really have the balance of it. It's just, that's the difference, because there's no balance of like light and dark. It's just, this area is super light and goofy, and this area is super dark. And it's not just that it's super dark and like multiple traumatic moments, right, on top of each other. It's also, like you're saying, those things shouldn't be happening in the first movie. Like, some things are like, oh, it's been so long, this is what's gonna help me like overcome this thing, it's not the first movie stuff. It's not the what's happening like
some first. Of those, some of the moments in it really need to be in like a second or third movie.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
I do like Crazy Rich Asians and Turning Red because of the Asian culture. I find them as gems because close to my heritage.
I do.
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
I feel similar. I mean, I definitely sort of feel that way about like most, I don't know, Asian representation in Western culture or whatever. I'm like, that's kind of where I fit.
Yeah.
You know.
Generally, in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really have a lot of, well, anything Thai.
Mm-hmm. Only saving grace to the movie was the bad bitch villainess. Really.
What?
He was saying Susan Sarandon or whatever.
I mean, she was fine. I can't say that I had problems with her as a character.
Yeah.
But I can't say that it's a saving grace for the movie for sure.
It's not my favorite part. I didn't think she was bad.
No.
I just thought that she was technically there. She was in the movie. And that's a thing that happened.
Yeah.
What's your Little Mermaid 2 reaction? I loved it so much. Both of you made my day. Thank you so much.
Aww. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Seth. Yeah. I mean, we knew that at least some people would like it.
Yeah.
Little Mermaid 2, it's a fun one.
And then we would love to do Turning Red at some point because we really enjoyed that movie. And
obviously,
he did it on the Movie Buds when it came out.
And look, there's a few movies that we did for the Movie Buds that it's like, look, we got to come back to that. And like Turning Red is such a good movie. It's just such a good
movie, such a good idea, well
so
executed.
I think there's plenty of stuff to still talk about and joke about.
It has to be remembered and like cemented, and we gotta be talking about it so it's not being forgotten.
No, I agree.
Yeah,
totally. I really do not want to get back to retail.
Yeah,
that makes sense. I have been out of work for a little while due to a disability, but the thought of going back to a 9-to-5 job and commuting is anxiety inducing. Yeah, man. Yeah, it is. Like retail, hospitality, customer service in general, I feel like it's gotten worse in the last 10 to 15 years. I feel like a certain amount of customers have gotten more expectant and angry and also more clueless.
Yeah.
The amount of times when I was working in retail, people would ask questions that were like, the answer is literally like next to my face, like written down on like a piece of paper or whatever. And they're asking like things like, what are your opening hours? It's like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, are you going to be open tomorrow? Yeah, right there. Says here, that kind of thing. But like those little annoyances, it's when people have like weird complaints. They'll come in with a product they didn't buy from your store and demand a refund, and you're like, you didn't buy this here. We don't sell this. That kind of thing. The amount of people like that is crazy.
Yeah.
She hasn't worked retail.
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah.
And we're planning on keeping it that way. Retail is. Yeah. Look, I actually kind of think it's a somewhat valuable thing to do when you're young, just to get that experience of dealing with like a large amount of people in that sort of way.
Well, I've dealt with a large amount of people in like political campaigns.
Yeah, not the same thing.
Not the same, but large amounts of people and annoying people.
Yeah, very different kinds of annoying. Yeah. Well, I'm guessing you still have some very stupid looking people
experience.
There.
Yeah. Yeah, the only, as I'm saying, the only retail that I would like to do in life is like when and if we open like a little cafe or something.
Yeah, if we had our own thing.
That would be amazing. Yeah.
I'd love to run like a cafe or a little restaurant or something.
Yeah.
I feel like it's almost impossible in Australia in like the current climate. It's just like how.
Yeah. Especially like later on, later in life, that would be really nice. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we both love cooking.
Yeah, like little shops, plant shops, book shops. But it is kind of like it has to be our thing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like my mom would. Hang on, Randall's on like Crazy Rich Asians turning red. I feel like my mom wouldn't like it if I had racist. I'll say no, but maybe I'm biased. Hang on, Seth. What do you mean, your mom? Like your adopted mom, or the birth mom that you don't know? So that's interesting. I don't see how turning red could be racist.
Yeah, I
Crazy Rich Asians.
I'm not sure what's happening there.
Moana 2 coming out later this year. If that's true, I mean, we'll probably do it. I
it's kind of weird because just recently started like hearing stuff about Moana 2. How is it going to come out like in a year?
All I know is that we're going to do Inside Out 1 and 2 when we get there.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
okay, assuming that we can,
yes.
you know.
But we would like to for sure.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Watch Blue Beetle and you let you and Sam Maria
Thank
know.
you.
And there you go.
Yeah.
Yes, cool.
Yeah,
Let's discuss. I also heard about Moana 2. Okay, Inside Out 2 is coming out. Who wants to see it? So,
yes,
oh, yeah,
we
Inside
do.
Out 2 is
We do.
definite. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And I mean, I haven't seen the first one, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Cody?
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh, you okay?
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, I meant to ask. Yeah. We do want to watch that. Yeah. How's everyone's weekend? Or how? Yeah, for us it was, but yeah, for everybody it's still.
Indeed.
For most people, it's still the weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we had a productive weekend.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, we did.
I got the Buffy uncut up. I got the Marvels uncut up on Patreon. We got Buffy obviously finished already for today.
Yeah.
I got the craft ready for Roxy's editing.
No. I mean,
redacted.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry, go on.
And no, craft is not ready. Like I gotta listen to the
you still have to get through
the
look at the pauses. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, we did have a productive weekend.
Ileana has to go. Fair enough. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
I honestly once argued with an old woman who tried to get a refund from empty bag of bagels. Yeah. I did not refund her and did not get in trouble.
Well,
yeah,
that's good to hear.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. You know, like the amount of people who will come in and be like, they'll demand some ridiculous shit, and they're like, what would your manager think if they saw you treating me this way? I'm like, they're quietly applauding in the back room right now.
Yeah.
And like every time I look back, they're like, no, don't get me. You deal with it.
Wow,
like, oh
so
man.
cool. Yeah.
Yes, my adopted mom. Why would your adopted mom think Crazy Rotations is racist?
Yeah.
Wait, towards white people?
But like, there's nothing there about it. What do you mean?
What?
No.
Yeah, I don't.
What would that be?
I don't. No, you just. She says, I don't know. Maybe a feeling. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know your mom, so.
Yeah.
Working customer service in the financial sector is also nice. I assume you mean nice in a sarcastic way.
Yeah. I would assume also on the
financial sector
on
would
the
be
emoji as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
The financial sector.
Yeah.
Would probably be a giant pain. In fact, customer service in like literally any area, I think, is going to be a giant pain.
Yeah.
People have wild ideas of how businesses run. The amount of times I've had people try to tell me how the business works, and then be like, just get your manager. You know that you're doing the wrong thing. I'm like,
oh my God, yeah.
Okay. And eventually you get the manager, and they're like, dude, come on. This is policy. I'm like, I said that.
Yeah.
What do you want from me?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oh, the amount of stories I've heard.
Oh, yeah. God damn.
Yeah.
Trying to avoid retail work only because I know it would cause a huge amount of social anxiety for me interacting with people. Maybe a bookstore, but everything else seems much faster and chaotic to me. It can be. It depends on the retail. Sometimes it's entirely dead. There's nothing happening. And then other times it's like busy as shit. So it depends on the store that you're in, obviously. Yeah. I kind of prefer it when it's a little bit more chaotic, honestly, because I can't stop. And then when people complain, I'm like, dude, I gotta get to the next customer. Move along. You know? Sure. Yeah. But it is hectic. Yeah, I'm not keen for that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in Germany, it is 10 minutes after midnight. So Mondays, the weekend was good. Nice.
Cool. Yeah.
Twas a great weekend.
Yeah.
Buffy vs. Charmed. What do you mean?
No.
In what way?
There's no verses.
They're different shows.
Yeah, they're totally different shows.
I mean,
it doesn't matter that they came out at the same time.
Most of 2 seasons of one and like half of
like
the other.
And also what, like, do you want us to choose subjectively or objectively? Like, it doesn't really matter.
I can't say. I haven't finished either. Like,
you
either
can't say. Yeah. Right.
I would say that like Charmed probably makes a little bit more sense to me, but like I enjoy Buffy a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know, towards Asians and Asian Americans, I mean.
Oh.
That's...
Your mom.
Your white mom wants to tell Asian people that they're depicting Asians in a racist way. That's confusing. It's a movie made by Asian Americans, starring Asian Americans. I don't know,
for the
man.
most part.
Yeah, and I get...
Not actually all of them.
I don't understand. I've watched it, I'm like, yeah, it's overall pretty accurate. as from what I know. I mean, from family and friends and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, this is definitely accurate towards rich people.
Yeah, that's something that crosses
Cultural boundaries to a degree.
Yeah.
There are
To a
certain
degree,
things that
but
don't between rich people, but
Sure,
there
yeah.
are certain things that absolutely do.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, especially old money.
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of rich.
Yeah, old money is
Yeah.
old money, no matter where
Yeah.
it is.
Mm. I'm blessed to work for a family-run grocery store because, for the most part, they just
They
they
trust
trust
us
us
to
to handle
handle issues.
issues. They only care that we're not late and close the registers properly. Fair
That's
enough.
good.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, it is great if you're in retail, customer service, or hospitality or anything, and you have like a really good like work environment, like your bosses and your team, your coworkers are cool, then that can actually be a pretty good situation overall. I mean, I've been in a couple of those that worked out pretty well. The problem is the couple of those that I worked out pretty well overall, those businesses just didn't last long term, which was a bummer.
Yeah.
That was, again, my experience. But then also I've worked for some other companies that were kind of shitty and like big and really successful, and then they still fell apart. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think she thinks I'm not Korean at all. She says, I quote, American Korean. I shake my head, feel like I'm Korean American. Yeah, I mean,
interesting. Yeah. How
you
people
feel about it.
see that. Yeah.
I just don't really think of myself as particularly Thai or Australian. I'm somewhere in the middle, I guess. Probably more Australian than Thai, realistically.
Well, just because you didn't, you haven't really had opportunity to get
decent
into.
amount. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Ebony's here. Been a while. Kids been keeping me busy. That's understandable.
Oh,
Hope you're well. We are relatively well. Yes. We earlier, Ebony, in this video, somewhere in the first 20 to half an hour, we outlined a plan for us where we're going to be doing hopefully 2 movies a week for roughly about 6 weeks. We've got all of the movies listed out. We did say what all the movies we're trying to do are. So, and that's true for anyone else who came in a little bit late. If later on you want to get that information.
Yeah.
If you're not, super concerned about which movies we're doing over the next 6 weeks, then obviously just stay tuned. But yeah, after that, it's going to take us a lot to try to do like 2 movies a week for a while. So we're going to go super hard in terms of working all day, every day for like 6 weeks, and then take a little bit of a break, reevaluate where we're at as a channel, and see how things are. Retail and food can mean training, especially for us autistics. Yeah, I hear you. I have no idea where I see it in terms of neuro everything. I mean, we've discussed it before.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know. But I can say it's a weird environment for me.
Yeah. I literally had to take off a day because I was in the limit. January to March is such a pain, especially when you are expected to handle everything. Oh my god.
You're just overworking. Yeah, I remember you saying something about this last year. It's a super busy time of year for you. Fair enough. Yeah. Okay.
It's just like exchange who's who's from where. Yeah.
I love surprising people with I am the manager when they ask for a supervisor because I don't do something that they demand that I do. Oh yeah.
Oh, that must be so satisfying.
It's so rich. I've never been the manager, but I've definitely been around when people like demanded to speak to my manager who was like standing next to me. I'm like, okay, bro.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, he's right.
Yeah.
That's how we do things.
Yeah.
I'm like, according to a reactor I watch who is Asian Canadian, he felt Turning Red was fairly accurate for the depiction of his own experience. Yeah, and that it kind of makes sense. It was written by a Chinese Canadian.
Yeah.
So, and it's about her, like, it's inspired by and based on her own childhood growing up in Canada. So, I never doubted it, and honestly, most of it felt pretty accurate to me from at least just being around Asian families.
There's got to be some similarities, right?
Obviously, including my own.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely a certain amount of similarities between Asian cultures. There's obviously differences,
and specifically like Asian cultures in like Western countries.
Yes,
like, say Canada, Australia.
Yeah, and that's actually a big point to sort of point out is that like quite often when I'm talking about Asian culture, I mean Asians in Western society type of culture because it's definitely different.
Yeah,
I like Asians in Asia versus
Mhm.
Asians in Western culture.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Maybe she sees it from a white colorblind perspective and thinks the movie is perpetuating cliches and stereotypes about Asian people, while it's actually about honoring and celebrating the culture.
Yeah, I definitely can see a certain amount of confusion around these things
Mm.
because there are certain things that are perpetuating shitty stereotypes, like the mystical Asian, which we don't really get as much anymore. Someone pointed out recently that the mystical Native American was also pretty much like the same thing, but just for Native Americans. And I was like, oh yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, it's just certain things, but like there are no like stereotypes in Crazy Rich Asian. There is people who are Asian and also other stuff, usually rich.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, pretty much everybody.
Most of the
except
characters,
for the
yeah,
our
besides the main character, are basically just rich Asian people, and
yeah,
yeah,
and poor Asian American.
they're not really stereotypical. They just are Asian in a movie.
Nice. I'll go back and watch.
Oh, the start of the stream.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Because
outlining.
Yeah, again, that's kind of why I wanted to make sure that like that kind of important information was
taken
care of relatively early.
Yes.
Absolutely. I know that a bunch of people who watch the live afterwards will click off before then. We didn't get to it quickly enough, but
yeah.
That is what it is.
Yeah. Mailing address.
For the game. Yeah. We have not moved, and we do plan on staying here for
another year.
Yeah, pretty much the full life of her visa. The landlords have been really good to us.
Yeah. This year, especially overall.
Honestly, I think they might be the best landlords I've ever had. So that's cool. I'm very grateful. Yeah. Yep.
Gonna go. Have a great week, you all. We get an extra day this year. 29th. Yeah, for sure.
That's right. Leap year, guys.
Yeah, have a good one too.
It's actually kind of useful for us because there's like one extra day of monetization for February.
Yes.
Which we're gonna need.
Yeah.
At the moment, I am laying in bed I am laying in bed every day after work and can't even think straight for about 2 hours because I'm so overworked and exhausted. Yeah, that's definitely something I don't miss about retail. Sorry, I definitely have times working this channel where I gotta stop and literally do nothing for a while because pretty much the same reasons. But it's a little bit easier to get over your own issues rather than when you're in customer service or retail or anything else where you have to deal with everybody else's issues.
Yeah.
And you're tired from working through everyone else's problems.
Yeah.
Whereas obviously with us working with each other most of the time, I'm just tired working through my own problems.
Yeah. Of course, it's still hard. Everybody needs rest. Everybody needs the time away from it for sure. But it is a different kind of hard. I may be super tired and it's very irritating. It's frustrating to feel tired sometimes or a lot of the times. But just knowing that you're working on something you love, of course it just helps, you keep going.
Exactly. Yeah. As for me, as I said before, I love Crazy Rich Asians. It was so nice to see out of my comfort zone. I love finding out about similar Asian culture because Korean culture, I feel, is hard to find.
I hear you. Mean in movies and shows?
Yeah. I mean, there's Crazy Rich Asians and Crazy Rich Asians. Are they Korean? They're not Korean. No, they're not.
It's all in Singapore.
It is all in Singapore. They're Chinese Singaporean.
Yeah. Or I guess several backgrounds Singaporean.
That's pretty much they're Chinese people in Singapore.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of rich Chinese people who've lived in Singapore for a long time.
Yeah.
I suppose. Bye, Emma. Everyone.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Korean to all the boys. That's pretty much it.
Oh my god, yeah.
In terms of at least
bigger thing.
In mainstream culture.
Yeah, for sure.
Unless you're actually just straight up watching K-dramas, which is
but that's different story. That's specifically Korean, not Korean American.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And totally, I have never come across a Thai American or Thai Australian story.
Yeah.
I've watched actual Thai movies.
Yeah.
But that's not the same thing.
And so far, only one Thai Australian actor.
Yeah. What's
Chai
his name?
Hansen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it actually pronounced Chai? Is it not Jai?
Well,
Was it CH?
It's CH.
They called him Chai.
Yeah.
Okay, to be fair, that's probably legit. It's not that they're not naming him from the Indian tea.
I mean, yeah, I would assume.
Yeah.
But it's slightly different because he was born in Thailand and lived there for 7 years, like for
Yeah,
7
that's
years of
totally
his life.
different.
And
yeah.
then they moved to Australia.
Yeah,
His
yeah.
mom Australian, dad Thai.
Yeah. At most, for this channel, we've had a few, I guess, half Thai people, but not Australian. Maybe one. A few Irish, funnily enough.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, super rare. But yeah, I'm not expecting to see like a Thai American movie anytime soon, or show, or character.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Chinese anti-Seder. I'm open to all Asian culture. Yeah, there's always good parts to look at. It helps that I'm not on my own. Everyone in our company is overworked. We're just not enough people for the workload.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is similar. We've got each other and our 2 editors, so,
Yeah.
Am I the only Korean on here?
Probably. Well, you mean like on this stream? Yeah, possibly.
Considering, we have
there's only
18 people.
Yeah.
Seems likely.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get positive feedback that also helps to keep going. For
yeah,
sure.
That is very important. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, it's the same thing for us. We get a decent amount of positive feedback from you guys, so obviously that's very helpful.
Yeah.
I can't wait till May. I believe it's Asian American Heritage Month in the US. Interesting. I hope that goes well. No idea. We don't have that here. Yeah. Okay. I do think it is time for us to wind down.
Yeah.
So if you guys have any other, questions or, things you want to get through.
Yeah.
That's we'll I guess finish that now.
Yeah.
But I understand there might not be that much to talk about considering we pretty much know what we're doing for the next however long. We've got our movies set out. You know what they are. Hopefully we're going to get through this 6 weeks of super working hard, better, stronger, more successful.
Yes.
I guess we'll see about that.
Specifically the last part.
Yeah. The success thing is obviously a necessity. We'll see how that goes. We really need to get more patrons along the way as well. So hopefully releasing a lot will help with that.
Yeah.
Daniel used to be a fan of Power Rangers when I was a teen, and when you were talking about Thai actors, remember they cast a Thai actor to play a Mexican character on one of their shows. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh God, that shit used to happen. That's sure. I'm not surprised.
You mean on the original?
I don't think it was on the original show.
Was it on the 2000s as well? Like I know all the actors.
But there's more. Literally every year they did a different cast, pretty much.
What do you mean every year?
Every 1 to 2 years they changed out the cast entirely for Power Rangers.
Oh, that's definitely not the show that I watched. I guess that was like one of a kind. Because it was only 2 seasons and that was just...
Exactly. The thing you watched, it was 2 seasons.
Yeah.
It's not that it was 2 seasons. It's still a continuation. It's a continuation of the same show. They just keep changing things along the way.
Didn't say that. Like a different production and everything.
That's because they weren't intending to keep changing things along the way. They just early on, they kept having actors leave, so they kept having to adjust. And eventually, there was like, I guess this is what we do.
I swear there was like a full different everything, not just
I'm sure that there was.
Actors.
I keep telling you, it's the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly the Power Rangers model.
Okay.
Like every couple of years, like most of the cast is entirely different.
Those ones didn't really stay long.
Huh? None of the Power Rangers Rangers
so they were all like a couple years.
Yes. That's how they got there.
Okay.
Where are we? Daniel.
Really?
Cool.
The
Power Rangers. Yeah. Random, do you guys like anime? I don't, but just wondering.
I mean,
I wouldn't say specifically.
Yeah, it's not like something we seek, but I've definitely seen a bunch. And some of them I didn't even know was anime at that point. Like when I watched Sailor Moon as a kid, I didn't even know. It was just like, I'm watching a cartoon. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I've seen some anime that I liked. I wouldn't say I'm an anime person, but there is good anime out there, of course.
For sure. Yeah.
I'll probably get to sleep after get up 7. That's fair, Christina.
That totally
don't worry.
Sense.
I mean,
it is
again,
like midnight, right?
We're going to be winding down, so all good there.
Yeah.
Glad to see you.
Yeah. Always a pleasure. For week.
Yep.
Yay! Yeah.
Thank you, Jordan.
Yeah.
You too, of course.
Same to you. Yeah.
Is MovieBuzz channel completely down? Oh yeah. I mean, there's nothing that I can post there.
Mhm.
There's a couple of compilations left that I can probably still post if people want those. I mean, they are just rewatches, but you know. But yeah, I mean, I have no functional way of making MovieBuzz content. Like, stuff isn't really available, and I need to be doing things that are going to help build our new channel right now. I need to try to make sure that we're financially capable of making videos in 5 to 6 months.
Overall, yeah.
Oh shit, in 2 months, let's be real.
Yeah.
We're not exactly in a position where the Sam Maria channel and Buff Summer are
doing like all right, and we just can keep going. No, we're building.
We need to build both of them.
Yeah.
Definitely more so.
Yeah.
If we're going to continue being content creators throughout the year. So
absolutely. As
far as the MovieBuzz goes, it's like there's just nothing I can really do there.
Yeah.
You know, it would take way too much time and effort for me to make another MovieBuzz video that makes like $100, pays no one's rent or food or whatever. You know? I'd love to do it for passion purposes, but I don't have that ability.
Yeah.
I don't have the time. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
It was from their 2010 series. Yeah. Oh yeah, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You also.
No, of
just
course. I stopped watching.
First one, yeah.
I stopped watching Power Rangers like halfway through the second season when like half the actors are gone. You know, like a lot of other kids from that particular time period.
Sure. Yeah.
But again, like because of the consistently changing cast and other things, it just became a show that like every generation of kids has their own version of Power Rangers, more or less.
I didn't even know for a while that there was like before and after. I just saw that like 2-season period in like 2003, 4, 5, something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Love anime, especially Your Name.
We've heard a lot about it.
I've heard of it. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I'm really Yellow Ranger. She was an Asian American. I felt so happy as a kid while everyone else said race. Look, I was just happy. I was the same as you. Also, pretty much just happy to have representation.
Yeah.
But yes, it was noticeable that the Asian Ranger was yellow and the Black Ranger was black.
Really?
Yeah. The Yellow Ranger was Asian and the Black Ranger was black.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they started changing that theme up later on.
Yes, it was definitely not the case in the early 2000s. The Pink Ranger was a
blonde white girl.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was interesting. Wow. Okay. Is it a little racist? Yes, but it's not the worst thing.
That's interesting.
It got much worse in the terms of racism.
Wow, they went like completely different for a 2000s
I'm
version.
sure, yeah, because I'm sure that they realized
just
that was probably a little on the nose.
Yeah. Pink Ranger was Latina.
Yeah.
Yellow Ranger was just like a ginger guy. You know, Green Ranger was just like Italian, and Red Ranger, I don't actually know. Like he might be mixed because there's like not super clear about that, but just completely different from what you're describing me here.
I would have absolutely laughed if they had 3 Italian Rangers, green, white, and red.
Fun.
But yeah, that is one of those moments where it's like, it's kind of racist, but like in a funny way. Let's go back to see the MovieBuzz videos. Always great to see a visit. Oh, thanks, Kelly.
Fair.
Appreciate that.
Fair.
Jane, gotcha. Makes sense. Yeah, I appreciate you understand. Like, I would love to be making MovieBuzz videos, but like, I can't.
Yeah. Celeste, I haven't been reading it over this period of time, so I can't say.
We've had a lot of work, unfortunately. I think the only thing that I can say that we've really done recently is like we finished the night out watching like a couple of episodes of whatever show we're watching. Like lately that has been Avatar the live action. We did finish it. There are pros and cons.
Yeah.
We mostly loved it, but there are a few things that's like, I don't know about that one. Could have done that a little differently. Stuff like that.
We are very much looking forward to the rest of it. Hopefully it's gonna happen.
Yeah, obviously the seasons 2 and 3 will be great. But I mean, I wouldn't say you've been consistently reading one
No,
thing.
and like I actually read several books at a time. I
Yeah.
don't just like go one book and until I finish it, I don't read anything else. So I read like several books and I go with whatever I feel in the moment. And yeah, I haven't really been feeling like sisterhood. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah.
I appreciate you that you guys understand, why there's no more Movie Buds content.
Yeah.
And probably won't be for a little while, especially because, again, like, Steph isn't going to feel okay about it for a while.
Yeah, it's one of the bigger things I'd say. Like, obviously, you could make videos by yourself,
Yeah,
that's
it's
a
not really
different
the same
story.
thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, again, the videos by myself, it's not.
That would still be kind of a different channel.
To a degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's only so much it's gonna help.
Yeah.
Like if we're doing really well at a certain point and we have like a decent amount of like free time to do extra stuff, and then that's when you can see that. But you can pretty much expect Movie Buds content to be somewhere like third or fourth down the list of like the other stuff we want to do when we have free time to do things.
Yeah, and granted that Steph is in a place to do that.
Assuming Steph is even in the place to do it, yeah. I know that like for Steph, when they're fed up with a certain thing or frustrated at a certain thing, they hold on to that for a while. And this is one of those things that Steph said to me, like, dude, I'd hope that I could be good in like a few months or whatever, but like expect it to be longer, like a lot longer, And I'm like, yeah, no, that makes sense. I would not be surprised if in like a year I asked them how they felt and be like, nah, probably not good. Hey,
And
that is a bummer. But it's possible they might be okay to do 1 or 2 videos somewhere later on in this year if we have the room and ability.
Yeah.
I can't read several books at once. I would be confused, but I read a lot, like about 200 books a year. Fair enough.
Oh yeah, that is a lot. Yeah,
solid. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
I'm reading books now and listening to some audiobooks. So yeah, I'm the same. Fair.
Yeah.
Cheyenne says, yeah, it felt like it was getting to be a lot for Movie Buds from what I remember of the streams from last year on the channel. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's just like, for whatever reason, we lost a lot of fans or viewership throughout last year for the Movie Buds, and it was a bit of a struggle there, and we did start turning it around and picking it up around the time we started doing more of the classic animated movies. We did a bunch of those kind of together, like Tarzan, what else did we do, like Ratatouille, stuff like that. And they were doing pretty well. We were turning around. We had actually gotten to the channel back to the point where we were doing okay for money, but then Steph was not okay just internally. And there's nothing I can really do about like that. So it basically means that the only way that the Movie Buds would be functioning if like Steph was fully able to do like full time and we could post like 4 or 5 videos a month. And even then, I mean, we probably lost over half of our overall audience from the year prior to that. And it just wasn't sustainable. And like it's unlikely that we were getting them back or getting enough new people to sort of replace them, which is a real bummer. But it is what it is. And, we have to move on and build something new. And hopefully there's enough people out there who will enjoy the movies that we do and how we cover them and all that kind of thing. So far, it's been a bit of a rough start. Definitely like some copyright issues. Some videos
often,
a little bit not as good as we had hoped, but it's we'll see.
Keep going,
Pretty much, yeah. I hope someday soon when my game is ready, I can pay you guys to do a sponsorships. I appreciate that. I mean, that like I'm more than happy to like cover your game, just at least in the live here, for us to have a look at it. We would have fun. I'd really like to invite my sister to play because she loves card games, but she does not love public attention, so that's going to be an issue. In fact, the entire reason that I very rarely say her name or give much in the way of direction to who my sister is because she doesn't want to be known.
Yeah.
You know, and she's an excellent singer. If she wanted to be known, she would be known. You know, she's a better singer than I am. Her skills have maybe dropped a little as she hasn't really practiced over the last few years, but she's got a voice, you know. But I appreciate the thought, Daniel. You know, like I said, we'll do it anyway. But I like that you want to think professionally.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't expect anything new for the movie buzz besides the compilations. I just enjoy watching Steph and you together.
Yeah, of
I
course.
appreciate that, Kelly. Yeah, and I mean, look, we do still have the Hocus Pocus compilation. There's Narnia and Jumanji. So at the very least, I could release those. Twilight never worked out. Pitch Perfect would not function because of copyright laws, apparently. And there were a few others that like looked like a good idea, but then that doesn't work, you know. Maybe like, you know, modern Pixar's releases, there's a few in there. Did we? Oh, we already did like Ratatouille and stuff, didn't we?
No, we didn't do Ratatouille. We did. We tried doing Inside Out and Zootopia, but it didn't work. Remember?
No, it worked.
Well, it worked. Oh no, we did
post.
Yeah, no, we did post it. It's the newest ones, and then we did the old one. Did we with Toy Story? Yeah. And in the middle ground we haven't done. Yeah.
I tried to do like a totally different thumbnail. And it did not work.
Well, we don't know if it was the thumbnail or just
it could have been.
Yeah.
But that compilation is like 2,000 views.
I had hopes for it.
Yeah. Where are we?
Send our warm regards.
Yeah.
Well, you've done this.
No. Yeah. For 31, I'm getting out of one universe at a time. Yeah, I'm totally the same, Amanda. I'm all in one story at a time. Although with like TV shows, that hasn't been the case anymore. These days, So there's that. Has anyone read Scary Stories to Tell in
No, I don't think so.
It sounds familiar, but I don't think I've read it. Yeah. Of course, I still have Sam and Maria in the Above Summer. That's right, Kelly.
Yeah.
You do. Send out warm regards to Steph. No matter what their plans are, we're still wishing them all the best in life. I do. I try to make sure that they're always aware, and they are. Steph definitely, he knows. You know, I remember like Steph saying that they wanted to come back to do a stream every now and then just to see you guys, but we're not there yet, I guess. You know. I've been saying that the movie buds is in an indefinite hiatus. That's more or less true. Yeah. Indefinite hiatus is a good way to put it. You know, it'd be fun to do something like that again in the future, but you know.
Yeah. I've started to get back into reading more since I've discovered that a library nearby uses an app where you can borrow books online. Makes it so much easier, especially for borrowing, returning. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah,
very cool. Yeah, I like that.
Definitely, you do still prefer. Well, when you say online, do you mean...
I just checked them out online, but they still pick them up.
You're still picking up the... Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yes, please send regards to Steph.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, please send Steph. Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Ashley.
Hey.
How you doing?
Yeah, it's definitely a bit of a late in the stream, but good to see you.
I'm just an artist who supports artists.
That's what we try to do as well. Yeah.
It's I wish more non-artists were like that. Obviously, there's a decent amount of people like you guys who are here supporting us right now.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I do find it consistently like it's like when you go to a live show by a small band and you realize everyone in the crowd is just the other members of the other two bands playing that night. And you're like, oh, I see. At least you know, camaraderie and all that. Well, it doesn't always happen. I can remember the amount of times playing a gig where like the two bands who like opened or whatever just fucking left after they finished playing. You're like, dude, what are you doing? Yeah, I appreciate that you like that, Daniel. Yeah. Best book I read lately is Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. I encourage everyone to read it. Cool. Yeah. So many books, so little time. Yeah.
Always. Oh my god. The fucking, I don't know, like heaps of book I have like at my place in Ukraine. It's just and the
Yeah.
ones I've read and the ones I haven't read.
Mhm.
And it's always like that. There's always more books. You're always like buying more than you actually can read at a time.
Yeah.
But good stories.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I manage a bookstore, so if anybody needs book recommendations, I'm your girl. That's true. Actually does.
Yeah.
Whatever's good for you all is good for us. Hey, I appreciate that, Jen. Yeah. I know you're always there, even if decent amount of time you're pretty busy with life and stuff, and I get that. Well, yeah, I just got home, but want to say, hey, I didn't join on Patreon. Oh, I did join.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
We know.
Yes. Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
Ashley. Daniel too.
Yeah.
There's I know that those of you who can support on Patreon are, and we very much appreciate you, especially those of you signed up the movie tier right now, because obviously we're doing our best to get our movie channel off the ground, especially get our movie Patreon off the ground. We have already had a few people leave from us just not posting enough movies, which I understand. We're doing our best.
Yeah,
we really are. Yeah. I'd really, really like to think that we can gain, a couple hundred movie patrons, but if that's not on the table, then it's okay. That is what it is.
Yeah.
But yes, of course, thank you guys for joining on Patreon. And do remember, guys, for those of you guys who maybe can't sign up for like a $10 or $15 tier or whatever, we do have the $2 tier, Little Bit of Love tier for those who want to support, but can't spend more money, and I fully respect that. Telling the dog. Yeah. I've heard of scary stories. Telling the dog.
I know. Me too. I can't even remember where and how I know that.
Indeed.
Oh.
Don't just skip. I feel that as I keep adding more books to my list to read. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, always. Yeah.
And yes, obviously, no.
No, I haven't. That is so cool because, I haven't. He has.
I fully recommend reading the full Animorphs story from beginning to end, including all of the extra books, because they are within the main storyline books, and then there's stuff that's outside the main storyline.
For sure.
The only things I wouldn't recommend are the choose your own adventure books, which I think there are a couple of those. I mean, I'm not saying they're bad or anything. It's just man.
Okay. Yeah.
At least, were there choose your own adventure? I swear there was at least one or two. Maybe I'm confusing it because I know Goosebumps did that. They were fine though. It made more sense for Goosebumps.
I don't know what you mean by choose your own adventure.
Books that would have multiple story options within. So you have to choose where the story goes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm familiar with that. And
oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, Goosebumps I've read. That was definitely.
Oh yeah, there were a bunch of those
a lot of them, but I don't remember choose your own book.
Yeah.
I
remember thinking the Goosebumps ones were fun.
Yeah.
Well, getting too far ahead of us, guys.
Yeah.
Where are we?
There's just so many books that sound interesting or fun. Oh yes, absolutely. Stories is what drives us, Yeah.
Unfortunately, Netflix found Fourth Wing. Well, yeah, if your thoughts are Netflix will do maybe one good season and then cancel it, then I agree. They have a tendency to they'll fund a really, really great show and then be like, no one gets to finish this one. Fuck you guys. Feel that I have to keep adding more books. Yeah, okay. There's just so many books that sound interesting and fun. Yep. Remember those? I read them. I saw the show. Yeah. The show was not good quality, but still I have fond memories.
Of course. Yeah, we do have those.
I have currently 6 stacks of Ayn Rand books and they keep on getting more. Yeah. Jen, been about for almost 4 years now. That's true. That is true, yeah. I remember because it's the same age as my cat, yeah.
Aww.
I would be making more to join the Patreon in the future.
Yeah,
I hear you, Jen. I appreciate it. And this is why I do say I recognize that for a certain amount of people, whatever the cost of the Patreon is too much. I know from my own experiences of being behind the paycheck to paycheck where it's you're not even there. You're borrowing money to get to the next paycheck and shit. That sucks.
Yeah.
Any advice for someone who's trying to get back into reading?
You just gotta start. Get back into anything, or it's either getting back into something or starting something. It's the same thing. You just gotta start. And if you're into it and it's just not working, it's fine to leave and start something else with the books, especially. Because you shouldn't be spending a month or a week on reading a book that you're not enjoying and there's nothing in it for you.
Fair.
Yeah.
Reading books and buying books are two different hobbies. That's true.
Yeah, I guess I can understand that.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Celeste, all right, see you next week. Fair
Yeah,
enough,
see
Celeste.
ya,
Have a good
for
one.
sure. Yeah.
Advices and books to read. You guys are just talking between.
Yeah, for sure.
All MF books minus the Alternative are essential reading. Alternatives are the choose your own adventure books. Yeah, so Dan was saying the same thing.
Oh,
that I was
yes,
saying.
makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so I was right.
Well,
The choose your own adventures. Fuck those ones.
Yeah.
But like, remember I was telling you that Animals based its structure style on TV,
Yes.
so that like it was like the TV, like the books were sort of formatted like a TV show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Which was great, but like they also had like filler episodes.
Yeah. So these ones were the filler ones?
No.
Alternate?
No. The filler episodes are within continuity, main
Yeah.
continuity.
Okay.
However, some of the best stories are within the filler episode.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Books,
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
at least the wildest.
Well, just stop. Because, like, I was already super interested. We've talked about it so much ever since you actually asked me if I read them, like, way back. Well, like, I'm so curious. So you gotta start looking for them, I think.
I know. I'm really keen because, like, I really badly want to go back and reread the Helmatron story. The tiny little blue alien assholes.
Well, I am checking out like every time I'm at like thrift stores and even like a bookstore.
Yeah, you
that
keep
sells...
looking to see if there's
Animals.
Yeah. I feel like we'd have to like buy
like in bulk, like the whole collection. I mean, that's fine. We would want to.
Probably still possible.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
It's very. I know it's very like a small fan base, but very, very dedicated fan base. So.
Yeah. I think I remember looking into it.
Yeah.
And it was like really hard to find.
Yeah.
But not impossible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, for those of you guys who were big into Animorphs, go watch. I think his name is Lord Ravenscraft. Nonetheless, he did like 2 or 3 long, detailed Animorphs videos that were really good.
The ones that we haven't seen because I want to read the books.
But yes, I
mean, we together. Yeah.
Supporting creators, I also know helps other humans make a living and keeps the content coming and can really help to build a sense of community. I agree. I mean, that's definitely something that we want to do here is try to continue to build a good sense of community. People who love similar things and wanted to share and discuss those things like we do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. If you're trying to get back into reading, I would recommend starting with something you liked when you really loved reading. So maybe go back to a genre you liked as a kid. Solid.
That's a very good call. Yeah. Same with movies and shows and everything. Yeah.
Goosebumps had a book series called Give Yourself Goosebumps. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's their Choose Your Own Adventures.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, don't know these ones.
Getting back my attention span, really. I can't get past a couple of pages.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's another story. Can't say about that. Yeah.
Well, I think go with Ashley's advice.
Yeah.
Just go for something you already like.
Really
it might help you. Yeah.
Hunchback. Yeah, Close My Love. Can't wait. Fair enough.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. That'll be interesting. It'll be fun. Again, I saw it when I was like 8 in cinema. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's so fucking long ago.
It is. I read a lot as a kid too. I really love supernatural stuff. Thanks for the tips.
Oh my god, yes! Like the first things that I read were like mystery and detective novels. Like that was my introduction into reading, and more like myself, a conscious choice. Because obviously I read stuff before that, but that was like I started getting into it. You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think the first major book I actually read was The Hobbit.
Oh, I was like, wow! Okay.
7?
Oh my god.
Maybe.
It must have been so difficult to read through. No? Some
of it.
Yeah.
There are parts where you're like, oh my god, will this fucking part end?
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
But yes, it's overall pretty good. But then I think I got more into reading, funnily enough, with Animorphs and Teen Power Inc. I had the like Scholastic subscription to get both of those book series. Although the only reason I got the Teen Power subscription is because they were like, we'll give you a free pair of these cool Oakley sunglasses with your first book. And I was like, fuck yeah, I want those sunglasses.
That is so fun. Oh my god, I've never had a subscription. This is so fun. I'm just like loving this story.
Book subscription, yeah.
But I did go to library like every week for a new Goosebumps book.
Right.
That is like something I remember doing consistently.
Well, this is kind of where happened is because they did the Scholastic Book Expo, whatever, through
Yeah.
the library,
Yeah,
and they
yeah, yeah.
introduced you, and they bring out the list of like, this is
Yeah.
stuff, and you get them much cheaper if you subscribe to this
Sure,
book series.
sure, yeah.
I
Yeah.
think there were a few other book series, like that's how Babysitter's Club came up, stuff like that, right? And Teen Power Inc. was a teen detective agency.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was I don't even remember that much, but I remember those. They were good books.
Yeah.
I love those mysteries.
Aww,
and you and I
really
both
nice.
like love mystery
Oh my
stories.
god. Yeah,
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 so-
yeah, for sure.
That was cool.
That is where it's coming from.
Damn right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did anyone else read Teen Power Inc.? Does anyone know what the fuck I'm talking about? She was great.
I kind of feel like I missed out on these because I didn't read Animorphs or weren't familiar with them, and Teen Power Inc. I also don't know what that is.
Yeah, a
Like
lot
the
of people
first
don't know.
book I remember like consciously going for
Yeah.
was I don't even remember, it was a collection like 3 or 4 stories by James Hadley Chase, which is it's like detective stories.
Yeah.
yeah.
Love it. Man, I said we were going to wind down, and here we are.
I
still
know.
chatting. I
I
love chatting. We've
Yes.
got to get to filming Clue, though.
We do.
Gotta
So we
film
actually
Clue.
need
Clue
to
is literally the
stop
next thing we're
this.
doing.
Yeah,
We're set up a film Clue.
Yeah, for sure.
Again, remember, Patreon exclusives. I'm sorry
Yeah.
for those people who like are excited to see
Wanna-
it, but
yeah,
on
yeah.
YouTube, like, we got to do something extra for the patrons.
For
You know what I
sure.
mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I'm sorry. Gotta
pretty soon
go.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go
I'm
Disney.
good. Oh, okay.
Wish me luck.
Wow.
I'm gonna hug a blue Stitch.
Ah,
Fair enough.
that is so cool.
Well,
Well,
I
I
hope
feel
you
like I
have fun.
remember
That's
that.
great.
Did we talk about this earlier?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Here's my saying books. I love getting lost in a great book, but when I want to find another book to catch my interest is the best. But when the next book isn't as great, it's a lost.
Yeah, I
of
get
course.
it.
I mean,
for
that's like
sure.
that for
Yeah.
shows.
But
and
again,
movies and stuff,
any
yeah.
kind of story. Yeah.
Animal's book series was good. It was
Yeah.
great.
Uh,
Fun part is I'm on my way to own more than 1,000 books. I'm running out of space. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't want to collect books. I do not have the space, and I've moved so many times in my
I
life.
definitely
can't be
want
collecting shit.
to. I definitely do that. I have a collection of books, and I would like to expand it. Somewhere down the line when we actually settle somewhere, and I can have that space.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, when we can
Yeah.
have the space.
Yeah,
for sure.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, Animals reached a point of no return when you get to the David trilogy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Every Animals fan knows the David trilogy.
Mm.
It's like, it's not even really called that. It's just like the 3 books. Because like a TV show or comic book,
Yeah.
like every particular storyline would have, like 2 to 4 or maybe more books that like cover that particular story.
Yeah.
Some would just be single, book stories,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
The David trilogy was obviously 3
Mhm.
books.
Yeah.
And it was
So-
one of those. It's one of those ones where everyone who's read Animals was like, "Oh yeah, that was." Whew.
Ah!
Didn't want to think about that.
Okay, yeah. Whew. Oh my
no.
god. Oh
Okay.
my god. Okay.
Some of our lighting holding. I put a bunch of cardboard up on the window so that we don't have lighting problems, but it's falling down.
Yeah.
It's a sign.
Been,
It's a sign that
close
we're
to that
here too
area.
long.
Yeah.
But yeah, David trilogy. God, what is it like? It's relatively early on too. It's one. It's if you finish the David trilogy, you're committed to reading Animals till the end.
Mm-hmm.
I've been able to try poetry of times where I struggle focusing my up, but I've finished a chapter, but I can always read at least one poem.
That's
It
interesting.
depends on if you enjoy reading poetry.
Because like I get because poem, one poem can be small, you can get through that, but
Mm.
then like for trouble focusing, I feel like it's even harder to focus on a poem because like in so many cases they're not like straightforward at all.
Yeah, I know.
But
Yeah, I get it.
if it
Different
works,
people,
yeah, for sure.
I have most of the Animals books to this day. I'm jealous. I had to give up most of mine somewhere along
It's
the
such a
way.
bummer.
I actually might still have a decent amount of them in storage at
I really
Juliana's
hope
house.
so. I really hope so.
So it's possible.
Yeah.
It's my second mom. Not my mom, but my mom. That's confusing. But yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
She's in the
Close.
garage there. It's possible I have more, but
Yeah.
the only book that I still have with me today is The Elemist, which I think apparently a lot of Animals fans hated The Elemist, like the actual book about his story, which was, I thought it was very interesting.
Wait, re-releasing them as graphic novels?
Yeah, there have been.
Right.
They're
Yeah,
up to
I
5
did
right
know
now.
that. You
The
did tell me.
problem is they're trying to like trying to make. I think they've been trying to make it updated so that it functions in like the modern.
Oh, okay, that's
day,
a different story
but
then.
it's not supposed to.
Mhm,
It's
mhm.
very much a mid to late 90s story.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah,
early
yeah.
2000s
Sure,
maybe, but
sure,
yeah,
sure.
mid to late 90s.
Okay.
Kind of like X-Files. Doesn't really function outside of the 90s.
Yeah, not the same way. It's, so many
However,
things have changed. Yeah.
I will say, if you already know the animal story well enough, you should be fine to read the graphic
Well,
novels
yeah, but
because
that's
you know what parts of the story you're missing.
yeah, but that's not for me.
No, I know it's not
Yeah.
for you. For me, maybe for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
I'd love to.
Yeah.
I've always been advanced in like Fourth Wing Dragons or Once Upon a Broken Heart, Only Monster. Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting. We all have somewhat nerdy things, but I'm the
Yeah.
sci-fi guy.
Different
I'm
kind of.
very much space and time
That
travel
is
stories.
so cool. Yeah, and I am more supernatural, like
Yeah.
witches and ghosts and vampires,
For sure.
and just simply detective area
Yeah.
as well.
We
Just-
definitely meet in the
yeah,
middle
yeah,
a lot.
Yeah.
I would say Swamp Thing
Oh.
is one of our like shared most recent like well-loved shows. There's a
Yeah.
few like Swamp
Yeah.
Thing, Peacemaker, that we both like love the shit out
Yeah,
of. Like,
yeah.
as much
That
as
they
or
have
whatever.
like cross of
Because
yeah.
it's a lot of cross-genre type
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, the Swamp Thing that DC Universe released like a couple
Mm.
of years ago, 4 years, 5 years, something like that. They only did one season, and it literally got canceled before it got released because of like tax problems.
Yeah, that
which
was just
sucks.
the worst. One of the worst, cancellations you can have.
Well, I didn't watch it for a long time because of
Yeah,
that. And
yeah.
when we eventually did watch it, I'm like, yeah,
Oh,
this is
so
why I didn't watch it.
good.
It was so fucking good, and now it's
Yeah.
over, and they're not doing more.
Yeah, there is not a lot of shows
Shit.
like that.
Yeah, there's only so many shows where you're like, okay, like you get through like a full season, you're like, oh my god, please don't end.
Yeah. Well, we still have From, and it's going.
From is a similar type of
Yeah,
thing.
it's
so.
just such a
At least in
well-written
terms of
story. Yeah.
Similar vibe, different
Yeah.
premise, different idea,
No,
but similar
different
vibe.
idea. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you a box of Nancy Drew books for Christmas, and I read through the whole books in about a week. There you go.
Totally
Fucking hell.
fair. Yeah.
Yeah. Sad I work at McDonald's. I don't always want to eat food there, but when I do, I only do it if I have to. Hey, I don't think there's... The thing with McDonald's is just like which things are you eating from there, and like if you're talking about health, which things are you eating from there, and how much of it are you eating?
Yeah.
You know.
And what else do you have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, if you just don't like it, well, that's another story. You know?
Yeah. Fair.
Now I fucking want to get McDonald's. What the hell?
And I am actually getting hungry.
I'm getting hungry too.
And a headache. So.
I don't think we can. Whatever. Yeah.
Yes.
Swear to God, we're winding down.
Yes. Yeah. Literally, it's already 2 hours. We were winding down the last time, and it was like 1:55.
I
We
know.
really need to
It was
be
half an hour
finishing.
ago.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So as stated in Judy Church, don't know what you're saying, Jen. Sorry. I'm trying to get through it. I'm having a magical time at Disney. So damn straight. I have too many books that are special needs and great memories. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll cast like The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh
like
yes, for sure. Yeah.
For sure.
Absolutely.
In terms of the books, I'm
yes,
assuming.
I'm with you. Yeah.
I
hope it works. Yeah. I hope so too. Yeah.
Oh, Nandini is back because can't sleep. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad to see you, but sorry you can't sleep. You know?
Yeah. Childhood staples. Yeah.
Blood and Roald Dahl. Okay, I don't know Eden, but I definitely read Roald Dahl.
I have not.
Didn't read Sweet Valley High on Nancy Drew. All the Archie comics. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, same.
I'm only missing 4 or 5 books of the series of Animorphs. Yeah, it makes sense. Some of them would be kind of hard to find.
Yeah.
The Elmis did not have to do Elfangor so dirty in Elfangor's, but well, that's true. There's a lot of things that Elmis did that you could be like, hey, bro.
Oh my God, Ashley. That's not a conversation for right now because we're winding down. But
she's a huge.
I totally made like a stack of DVDs, like recorded the whole show, and I have a stack of them with the whole show.
Totally. I love both Sam and Maria's picks for genres. Thank you, Gemini. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Just be in the corner haunting my Jane Austen and classics romance books. Nice.
I mean, that's totally fair. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Maria, have you watched Death Note?
No, I haven't. But yeah, I mean, I know about it. I remember it being like a big deal around when I was like a young teenager.
The actual anime or whatever.
Yes. Yeah.
It was her first anime. It was surprised at how much she liked it. Month of supernatural detective elements.
That's cool.
Yeah. Obviously, we do like supernatural detectives type stuff.
Oh
so
yes,
that's
so
much,
such a big thing.
We're a big fan of a lot of mystery type content.
Yeah.
And back popped in earlier, but I'm finally home.
Oh, Randy, but yeah, we
unfortunately,
really are winding down now.
we're trying to
Yes,
end.
yes,
I feel like we
yeah.
covered a good amount of stuff.
I think so too. Yeah.
And do keep in mind, for any of you guys who popped in earlier, the important information is mostly in the first half an hour of the video. We just talked about like our schedule, our plans, how it's going to work, why it's going to work,
Yeah.
and most of the movies that we want to take. Pretty much all of the movies that we're going to be doing in that period, we listed out. Some of them we might not get to if we run out of time.
Just get to a little bit later.
Copyright or whatever.
Yeah.
You guys sound like my boyfriend trying to wind down. He always gets caught up in something new every 10 seconds.
Oh yeah.
That is me.
We do like doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about the X-Files. Oh my god, yes.
Oh, oh my god, that reminds me, for the few of you guys who are still here, we are not going to stream next week. Maybe the week after we'll maybe make a community post about it.
Yeah.
But we just want to make sure that we're
on top of like filming.
We need to be like 5 or 6 movies ahead of our schedule to in any way try to make sure that we can keep up with the schedule that we have outlined.
Mm-hmm.
So sorry, we will not be streaming next week. And it's gonna be. It might be a little tough to stream in general for the next 6 weeks.
Yeah,
but we'll try to do at least 1 or 2 in that time.
For sure. Yeah, exactly.
We will update.
We will. Yeah.
We'll keep you updated.
Yeah.
But I totally forgot about that. But like we're gonna have like a ton of work to cover, and I want to make sure that we have as much time and room and ability to
so
do
we
all
can
of that
do
work.
this also consistently.
And also to be able to make sure that we're like also like well rested enough and in a good enough headspace to do the filming, because it's like if you're having a bad day or you're tired or already angry or whatever, it just ruins the video.
It really does. And it's not really moving us forward if we're not doing a good job, if we're not enjoying it as much just because of internal.
Exactly. We felt like that was a bit of a mistake. The very first video made with Hotel Transylvania, where she just wasn't as interested overall in that movie. And we want to avoid that kind of thing again. We want to make sure that we're happy and excited and ready to do the movie so that it's a good video.
For sure.
So you get the idea.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate that you guys understand. Get some breakfast. Lunch.
Brunch.
Brunch, lunch, whatever.
At this point, thanks so much.
Friend used to call me Tobias. Oh,
okay.
That's Tobias's character.
Guys, you really need to help me find the books
Marshall,
now.
So with the super sticker. Speaking of which, Marshall, thanks for the consistent super stickers. We really appreciate the support. We're not going to be streaming for the next little while, but we do have the Buy Me a Coffee for anyone who wants to do just a one-time support donation or whatever. The link is in the description to this video for both Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee. But Marshall, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And we will keep it up. That's definitely something we really, really want to do.
We love stories. We love storytelling, from slightly different angles. She's a writer, I'm a musician.
But also,
songwriter.
Slightly different.
So obviously we do movie and TV reactions for a long time. We're actually passionate about this. So thank you guys for being here with us and supporting us. We hope you all have a great I'm going to say week, but hopefully we'll see you in 2 days for the Marvels.
Yes.
Wait, are we going to premiere the Marvels?
We'll see how we are, because that's an important distinction. In these 6 weeks
we may not premiere every video.
We definitely not going to premiere every video, because 3 premieres a week. It's a lot.
We'll probably only do 1 or 2 premieres, one Buffy and maybe 1 movie. And the others will just be posted, at a normal time, I guess.
But we can't say that specific movies that we're gonna do it this way at this point.
No, we're just doing the best we can, as much as we can, for as long as we can.
And I think that's a good note to finish on.
I think
thank you. Thank you guys so much for all the wishes. Appreciate
it. Anyway, have a good evening or day. We'll see you next time.
We'll see you.